Greetings from Minnewaska State Park in New York State, specifically Stony Kill Falls. Here, perhaps not at its full potential of deluge, but after a short rain, cleansing nonetheless. We're here for a little nature. We're here to dip a toe. We're here to socialize the pup on his first true waterfall expedition, and then we're going to head into the town of Newalts and the surrounding towns, and I'm going to take you to one or two places that are really special to me and that I've enjoyed. So not your traditional vlog full of gift shops, tchotchkes, and ephemera. We will find some t-shirts if we can, but in any case, all merch is peak merch to someone, and you are watching Peak Merch. All right, let's get on the trail, as the kids say. Here we are in Newalts, right outside Cocoon, billing itself as a modern lifestyle store, but it looks like they've got some Newalts stuff here, in addition to a Black Crow's baby onesie for some reason. So yeah, let's head inside. Oh. A lot of good Newalts stuff here. Now we're waiting for Moon Burger. This is one of the best burgers in upstate New York. We first had it in Kingston, and it's chef designed. This is a veggie version, yada yada. But you go in, you order at a screen. There's Hannah, there's Murray being soothed. And yeah, we're waiting for our burgers, but they did have some merch filed under the retail section on the said touchscreen, so you bet your sweet bibby I got myself something. You'll see it in a second, and then we'll keep moving. And yeah, I'll get some quick thoughts while we're waiting about the Newalts merch too. Yeah, so, I would say that shop we went into is kind of like every cool bohemian town now has like a curated gift shop of seemingly local things, but then there's some regional things and some things you could find at like a Spencer's Gifts in there too. And I didn't film it, but there are three banners next to each other. One said, Jerry said, going down the road feeling bad or something. Joni said, we are Stardust, we are golden. I forget what the third one was, but it was cute. I mean, I like the sort of New Deal era Newalts art, and cute earthenware mugs, like you've got a friend in Newalts, the kind of stuff you've expected. One thing that was funny, I didn't want to comment in the store, that Upstate shirt is very funny to me, because there's always a discussion among people in New York and Brooklyn and whatnot, about what constitutes upstate when you're in the city. Some people who live in the city think upstate is just getting out of the city, getting north of the city. But then people like in the Albany region say upstate starts around the capital region, like upstate is, You're Syracuse, you're Rochester, you're Buffalo, which nobody's arguing that. But what does that make Newalts? What does that make Ulster County, Rockland County? Is that upstate? So these are the big questions I struggle with. Anyway, food should be ready soon. And there's a look at that Moonburger shirt. The neon is really tripping up my HD, but there you go. And next up, we're going to head into Mannys Art Supplies, which pledges to be more than just an art store. I see gifts down there. I see novelties. Let's head inside. A lot of cool stationery here. There's a whole stationery section. And Mannys Fan Art. Mannys is the shop we are in. But yeah, this is where gifts and art supplies blend, folks. Arcane bullshit represent. And look. Merch encountered. Mission successful. And before we leave New Paltz for our next destination, we'd be remiss not to go to Koss Chocolates. Almost 100 years old, if you can believe it, and very non-ornate. No fancy bougie gift box, no weird trendy fusions. They just make chocolate, you know? Chocolate-covered potato chips, chocolate everything. Everything you'd get at a chocolate shop. But, yeah, no thrills. This is one of the best chocolate stores in the state, in my opinion. So yeah, let's head inside. Look at all this stuff. I'm telling you, if you're in New Paltz, man, dark chocolate covered Nutter Butters, oh my god, that's happening. And potato chips. I'm a simple man, y'all. And of course, these milk chocolate gummy bears, also phenomenal. Yeah, $6 for that whole bag. Listen, in today's economy, that's a steal. They do have merch here, too. They've got a beanie and a shirt. And I'm not sure why it says Saugerties, because we're in New Paltz, but maybe that's where the headquarters is. Yeah, looks like they have a hoodie, too. So, a bit of a closer look, glare and all. And here's a closer look at the beanie. Thanks, buddy. And on our way to our next destination, far be it from us to not stop at the self-service Yarn Shack. Yarn, art, and gifts. Oh, they have merch. Yeah, you can Venmo. They got merch. $27 ain't cheap. But I don't know what the going rate for yarn is these days.
No, I think it was made on premises. So.
Yeah, on premises yarn. The shirts are really cute.
Pretty cool.
And look, you put checks in the birdhouse. Buttons, they've got mugs, so cute.
Very nice.
There's a lot of nice stuff going on here. What the heck is that? Little buttons. Look at these postcards.
Cute.
Alright. Well, I wasn't expecting merch in the self-service Yarn Shack, but here we are.
Oh, nice.
Very cute and nice. Onward. And next up on our Saturday day trip, we're at Tuffletown Spirits, still on the foot of the Shawgunk Mountains outside New Paltz. And this began over 230 years ago when the Tuffletown Grist Mill, a testament to New York ingenuity, was built here. And Ralph Enzo, a New Yorker who made whiskey for the first time since the Prohibition, moved up here. 36 acres, situated on the outer fringe of New York metropolitan area. So here we are. I think at some point these guys got bought by one of the really big liquor distributors, but I still love their rye. The baby bourbon here is one of the best bourbons I've ever had. Their rye is my absolute favorite rye ever, And there's a puppy dog, too. So, yeah, look. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. The grist mill. It's a New York landmark. And, yeah, I think we're just going to get a cocktail, look at the merch, and see what happens. Oh, and here's a cat. Can't get over how nice it is in here. And how they restored this historic building, which last time I was here a few years ago was not opened. But you can actually drink in this historic landmark here. Yeah, last time we were here, this was not open to the public. So it's very cool that they spent the shekels to restore it. And Murray, where are my manners? I didn't even show the people the little koozie I got at Moonburger here. So that's the logo on one side, and then this little guy on the other side. I'd say between that and this pin, it was a pretty good haul. What do you think? What do you think, Murray? Alright, he's ready for a nap. Frankly, I am too. Cheers to you. This guy had to come outside. But, yeah, here we are. All in all, I'd say a really nice hike, a successful little bop into Newalts. Some merch we made along the way. So now we relax. I'd like to make a toast to getting this puppy tired enough to where he just settles down and is a chill, that's a boy. That's a good boy. This guy's gonna be asleep in 15 minutes. Finally, right? Well, that's gonna do it for today's trip up to the Shawgunks Mohonk Preserve, Lake Minnewaska State Park, Stony Kill Falls, New Paltz, New York, and finally, Uffletown Spirits, maker of Hudson whiskey. It's been a great day. It was largely overcast, which, hey, when you're outside sweating, I'll take. But we did get some good sun. Took a little dip in the waterfall runoff. Had some laughs along the way. And even brought the puppy with us. So, yeah, that's what summer is all about. You know, I'm trying to do less grand ornate trips. Not every week's going to be a Universal Orlando on this channel, but, you know, it's a reminder that, you know, there's always cool stuff around where you live, and especially if you live where I live, in the Hudson Valley, and if you have a sense of adventure and you know how to Google, you can often find some cool places. So, thanks for coming with me. I've been Jess, you've been patient, and you've just watched Peak Merch. Bye-bye now.